parachuting the race? Right now I'm going with Max because that's who RS enjoyed watching win, and who he was a fan of. He was a fan of Checo as well, so he's honored this week. I'm all on board of the Max wagon at the moment. And Nico, we have just started, and green light has just gone out, and Nico Hulkenberg has gone out on track. Does the birthday commentator have a good sync with the feed? Basically, race statistics is delaying me about 15 or so seconds to be more in line with the data and what's going on stream. We've got both of the Saubers, Magnussen is on track, Ocon, Gasly, Albon is out, Stroll is coming out, Hamilton is coming out. Sargent's coming out. My day's just starting for you guys. I'm right now. It's like 10 a.m. in where I am because I'm in Central USA. So basically, my day is just starting. So my birthday is starting with you guys. First lap timed right now. So Hulkenberg is on the first flying lap. He's the first one to go around. So it'll be a few minutes before we get. It'll be a few minutes before we get some actual times on the board. Hulkenberg's on the first flying lap. Zhou and Bottas has just started. So is Magnussen. So it's just only a few drivers just starting their first flying laps. You still have 5 drivers still in the pits, and yeah, like still several coming out of the pits right now. So we should pick for the second Merc, Williams, Alpine, and Sauber seats. Um, Merc basically looks like that right now. Kimi Antonelli is the one that's wrapping up that seat right now, but that it's always this driver market so in flux, kind of crazy. Um, I know that Arcon has been reported to be the driver who's going to be in that second hot seat, but it's not official yet. So until that is official, I'm not going to hold. I'm not. I mean, would I go and put Vegas put money on it? Probably not. I don't think Joe. I don't think Joe is getting another drive. It's just I don't think he's performed well enough. Um, there's so many, so many other drivers that are potentially could come onto the grid. I think Bottas is 50-50 whether he should get another drive, but is very 50-50 whether he will. We already know that on that um, Sauber team, Kick Sauber slash soon to be Audi. It's basically, we know that Hulkenberg is the first driver to sign on that team. So we got Perez up in P1, Hamilton P2, Sargent P3, Albon P3. Ricardo jumps up to P3. So for a lot of those who are crazy, is Sargent into Indy confirmed? No, that's not. That's a rumor as well. That's so. What's going on is that I think one of the F2 teams, I want to say Prema, is confirmed that they're going to join the IndyCar grid next year. And it's rumored that Sargent is going to he's going to go over with them. But nothing of that's confirmed. The fact that even that Sargent is going to leave Williams is not confirmed yet. Will cooler track mean faster time? It should. That's typically what you expect. Did not expect the track to be so blazingly hot this morning. Sargent would do well in Indy if it does happen. I'm not sure, to be quite honest. Like, Grosjean came over to Indy, and he hasn't done well. He has not won at all. He is Joe's replace. No, Joe's not going to replace Perez. Joe is outside of the Red Bull family. No, if Perez is going to be replaced, it's going to be Lawson, Ricardo, or Tsunoda. But I doubt though that they have no interest in Tsunoda for some reason, and it's hard to. Yeah, it's really one of those weird. I think Perez will stay. I think he will perform better. I mean, right now he's top of the board. Um, but if Perez is back of the grid and is not scoring points, um, they will drop him. I don't know what else to say. Why did Bierman place? Basically, he was doing the F1. Each team has to put a driver in each of the cars for rookie testing, and so basically they did Nico's car this time around. Has Carl's got a seat yet? No. And that's one of those weird things about. I don't know what he's waiting for. How did Behrman do? He was at the back of the grid, but is to be expected with the Haas. I think K Mag was back there as well. Wasn't a great performance, but he was in the car for practice. Right now, top of the board is Perez, Russell second, Hamilton's third, Ricardo's fourth, Sainz is fifth, Verstappen sixth, Leclerc sixth, Sargent, Albon eighth, ninth, and Stroll is 10th. We're looking for a range of 118.5 to P10 being a 119.687. So P through P15 we're in the 119s. So it's P4 through P15 is a 1 second gap. So 90 seconds from P1 to P15. And everyone's done a low 120, so it's a 1.6 gap from P1 to P20. So that's a very bunched up group right there already, everyone. So we did see faster times in FP1. Looking right now. Sargent moves up to P8, improves in his times, though inconsistent in Sector 2. People coming back out from the pits. We're seeing mostly medium tires right now, with the exception of Norris and Oscar, who are on the hard tires at the moment. So they're doing something different on that team. Who's Jules Bianchi? Bianchi was I believe he was an F2 driver who lost his life on the track. He died. The anniversary of his death was this week. He was someone who would have gone. He was good enough to get into F1. Uh, Charles Leclerc looked up to him. Was there's a relationship there. Oh, not on track. He was a coma after the accident. So there was a major accident on track. Someone's asking, is Joe on the same level as Mick Schumacher, or is Mick better? Joe is better than Mick. What happened to Oscar? It's been only a few minutes into the session, guys. Like we're about only 13 minutes into the session, so saying what happened to X or Y. I mean, Oscar is out on a hard tire. Well, you guys are asking about who is RS was a member of our community. He was a regular in chat, a wonderful individual. Loved Max and Checo, was a good sport about it. Unfortunately, he was taking chemo for cancer, and eventually the cancer did take his life earlier this month. He was laid to rest about 4 or 5 days ago. He was laid to rest in his native land of Greece. Excuse me. Instead of flowers, RS wished that we gave memberships to the community instead. Right now, we've got Max going P2 on the board. He's 1.5 behind Checo. Checo did a 1:15.586, and Max did a 7:24. We've got the Mercedes 3 and 4th, and Ricardo 5th on that list right now. Notably, Sargent is 9th and Albon is 8th. And they are 0.695, 0.703 behind Perez's time, respectively. So 7/10 behind Checo. And Dan O'Brien pointing out to Paula, he doesn't think Mick Schumacher will be in F1 next year. He's flirting around for a return, but I don't know. He is. I don't think anyone's going to give him the shot. I think after his stint in Haas, I don't think he's going to get a comeback. Is Oscar struggling? No, he's just on a hard tire. Oh, whoa, we have, who is this? Charles. Charles just skidded and he's come to a stop. This is going to bring out the red flag. He's stopped. Yep, we have a red flag, everybody. Wow, and so Charles basically lost control of his car, skidded, and then brought the car to a stop on the side of the circuit. He's fine. He's getting out of the car right now. So now my counter has gone back to 1. And in honor of that, and it is my birthday, so ooh, 10 of you are getting a subscription to the channel. So that's Chris Prem, Marachi, Nomad WCA, Pharaoh, Brian Wally, Meow, I guess. Wow, thank you, Meow. One who suture silently, Jim, Jimer, GS2, and Hora Ryu. Why the red flag? Talent issue with Charles Leclerc, or Chuck, as he's been called in the United States. Yeah, Charles lost control of his car, and basically skidded out, and then came to a stop on the side of the circuit. Well, he's by the wall. He didn't hit the wall. His car's okay, but he did stop the car and got out. So again, we're in a red flag scenario. This will probably be short because car is in a pretty good scenario. Red flag, red flag. I'm full of red flags apparently. He's out of the session. He'll be back tomorrow for FP3 and quali. Anthony Farr saying he went over turn 4 curb so aggressively. Yeah, I mean, he totally lost control of the car. Scarlet car looks fine. I mean, he just basically. I mean, when I saw it was basically it. He spun and was sliding sideways. Was RS a Spanish commentator? No, we don't have a Spanish commentator. He was not a commentator for the channel, but I don't know who. I don't know what you mean by the Spanish commentator. Oh, he's talking about Ryan. Oh, okay. Thank you, Astromat. Yes, again, it is my birthday today. The crash just lost his no claims bonus. Something in French I can't read. KTF, I'm going back to sleep. I don't blame you. I believe Ryan is from Argentina. If I could be very wrong. It's not like I've not been wrong before on this channel. Any plans for tonight? Not yet that I know of. One of those I didn't really plan much for today. If there's big plans tonight, I may not be here tomorrow for FP3. We'll see. Should be no. Skip out. He won't be able to get back to the pits because they've got to got to bring his car back to the pits, and they won't. That won't happen until at the end of the session. Why is a red flag? Charles basically went across doing a replay of his incident. He went over curbs aggressively and oh, he did hit the side. Okay, I didn't see it. When he lost control of the car, he went sideways and the front left wheel and that side of the car went into the wall. That Qatar Airways. Oh, the back side of the car. Okay, I'm getting back side of the car hit the wall and turned around, and the front left hit. So I didn't see him hitting the wall. Car broken. We'll see. It's all repairable. It's not like destroyed, but there's repairs that need to be done on it. Or is Ricardo fifth and Perez first because that's the times they set? I mean, those are legit times. McLaren motorhome damaged second time this season. The roof blew off. Oh, that's interesting. Do you think the Mercs can catch up to McLaren? Well, the Mercs are ahead of McLaren right now. I mean, they're ahead. And again, the last two races, they've won. They've won the race. Oh, what does red flags do? Basically, it neutralizes. So, during a race scenario, it neutralizes the race. Basically, everyone come back to the pits because there's something the track is too dangerous to be on. If there's, you know, like again, one of the red flags in Monaco was that essentially. I mean, when the Haas's and Checo collided, it basically caused a red flag scenario. Um, they needed to clean the track. It is off the track, but they are now looking at the barrier, and it may take. It depends on the barrier right now. Is it ready? It's a matter of how long it takes to get the barrier back into place to be safe again. It posted only a few damaged front wing. I mean, the front wing and the rear wing are obvious pieces to look at. The front left wheel is to be looked at as well. There could be other damage that we don't see. I mean, he went backwards into the car. He may, the suspension could be all destroyed. The floor could be destroyed. So we won't know until after the session, well, what needed to be replaced, what was fully damaged, what needed to replace. Yeah, there's obvious wing damage. That's assured. What are they talking about? So again, right now we are at 34 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this session. We are in a red flag scenario because Charles went over the curbs aggressively and then swung around and hit the backside of his car against a barrier, and then spun around and hit the front left tire on the barrier next. They are working on that barrier still. So the car has been removed, but they're still working on the barrier where Charles hit it, and he hit it pretty hard. He has bent the barrier, which means it's regular. There's some damage on his car, so we're going to be in this red flag a little bit longer because until they get that barrier back in proper place, um, the track is not safe to drive on at the moment. Fabrizio Grabner pointing out that on the F1 team, they just had a shot of Wolf. We just hit 300 likes. We're at 314. Well, thank you very much right now. Uh, Helpful as we're going through this red flag scenario. Again, we are about 32 minutes left in this session right now. How do you pronounce Hungarian? Badly, very badly. Again, this is the Racing TV channel, and this is Grass with you right now. I have used my powers of whatever to bring down the gods of F1 to bring out a red flag. Charles went over curves and then went into a barrier backwards and swung around and hit the front end of his car into the barrier as well. He has bent the barrier. That's steel. That's the same stuff you will see on the side of of a highway. So that's a big deal. They are repairing that barrier right now. We'll see. We'll see. That's not a quick fix at the moment. We've already lost about 5-10 minutes already. What happened to Norris is seventh. That's not a big deal. Again, those who were not here in FP1, we lost a member of our community 2 weeks ago. RS, aka Renee. He was laid to rest in his native Greece earlier this week. In lieu of flowers, it was requested that donations be made to, and are they coming out the lineup? Okay, session will resume at 17:32. So in 2 minutes, we'll be back to green flag. So we've gone back to green flag, but session will resume in about a minute now. RS requested that we donate memberships to uh, the channel as in lieu of flowers. Of course, I just gave 10 memberships in lieu of fact in celebration of a red flag, which I probably should do more often. What does that mean by being a member? Well, first of all, when they're gifted, the gifts are given randomly on the channel. I actually don't know how to give someone a specific membership on YouTube like you can do on Twitch. So that's no, RS is just a member of the community. The person, yeah, Benji, the person you're talking about, the other person who's usually on this channel is Ryan. So that's RS is not Ryan. RS was in chat regularly and was wonderful to be around. What happened to Chuck? Chuck lost control of the car, spun, went backwards into a barrier, bent it, hit the front end of his car as he continued spinning around, um, and got out. He got out of the car easily. That's not an issue. And they are now getting back onto track now. It is only practice, but again, it is we're here to watch cars go around track. So we are now getting back cars on track. So Mercedes are going to be the first ones on track with Hulkenberg, Oscar, and then the kick team going out next. So it'll be a few minutes before we get anyone trying a flying lap. Begging in chat. I think he's talking to someone. When Hulkenberg gets won a podium, we'll cry as much as when Lewis won at Silverstone last race. No one else deserves a podium as much as Hulk does. Please don't swear, guys. We are a family channel. But yeah, Hulkenberg is, I think, currently the record holder for the most starts without a podium. It's not we're a Christian channel, so we do have kids in this channel. I know there are members of the channel, people who lurk, who are not above 18. So I'd like to keep it family friendly for them because those parents know me personally as well. So we're getting some Hulkenberg fastest sector 1, Russell fastest sector 2, Hamilton taking fastest sector 1. Another yellow flag in sector 2. What's going on? Someone go off the track? Okay, it's gone back to green flag. So someone went off the track and came in. So Joe, we're following along right here, and same spot as Charles, but a different spin. But he did not hit the wall, and oh, he spun quicker. Wow. Oh, which was the one of the Red Bulls he almost hit? Who is this? This is Checo. Checo's driving to not hit Joe. My God, this is turn 4 right here. So Zospin was managed able to keep it on the track and get back onto track. That's why we went from uh, almost back to red flag. Yeah. Well, if Joe had stopped on track, it would have been a red flag, but he was able to continue to keep moving after the spin. Norris just went to P1, 117.788. Alvin just went to P4. Replacing Russell Hamilton, who were previously P1, P2. Oscar just went P6, I believe. Sainz to P2. Ocon, I think, moved up to P9. Sainz to P7. No, Sargent P7. Gary right now looking at Boss is about to start a flying lap. Magazine just went up to P5. Bottas just no, he's finishing his lap, so that was up to P6. Giddy up, go, Max and Checo for RS. Thank you, Yentl, for that €11 donation. I have a poll going. We've got almost 2,500 votes on that. Who will take pole position? Right now, it's settling around 42%. Red Bull, Mercedes, 26%. McLaren, 16%. And Ferrari, 17% in that poll. Max coming along on his lap. He's moving aggressively as well. Past that point where Sainz and Joe spun out. And Max has the fastest second sector. On the board. Verstappen. So Max has improved in his first sector time. Has the fastest second sector. He's right now improving in sector 3. Max about to finish his lap. Max going to move up to P2. He's about a quarter of a second behind Norris on that lap. So Norris is the first one in the 117s, 117.788. Max has a 118.031. Brigitte asking, is Yuki getting the Red Bull seat? No. It's been very clear that Red Bull is not interested in Yuki in that way. Alonso is going up to P9. Yeah, there's this weird feeling that he's not. They're not interested in him in that Red Bull seat. Otherwise, they would have made that move. Ricardo moving up to P8. Tsunoda right now is a P19 and is currently in pits. Looking right now, what's going? You guys saying in chat? Trying to keep an eye on action. There's a lot of people in the pits at the moment. Prez is on that lap right now. Bottas is still on track. Ocon, Hulkenberg, Gasly are on track right now. Yuki will be in Audi 2026. No, Yuki. I don't know. The most likely scenario for Yuki after Red Bull would probably be Aston Martin because of their relationship with Honda. But that's weird, given how Lance Stroll relationship is set. His relationship with the team is always weird because of family relationships. Aston Mathis had it. Sorry, Aaron Mathis is asking, how bad was the damage to Leclerc's car? We couldn't tell exactly all of the damage, but we know the back wing and the front wing, and maybe part of the suspension piece that keeps the car in place, the wheel in place, took damage. He went back to, again, one of the things is he went backwards into that barrier and bent the barrier. So, and it took him a while to get the barrier back into place, longer than I expected. Dan's asking Paula, do you think there are any truth? Again, Yuki links to Aston Martin. Again, the links to Aston Martin come up because in 2026, Aston Martin is going to become the Honda Works team, and because Yuki's a Honda, he came up with the Red Bull family, but he's also a Honda driver as well, and that's where the relationship to Aston Martin comes to play going forward. Lando, he's on his outlap right now. You got Sainz on an outlap right now. Magnussen, Albon, and Joe out on outlaps right now. Yeah, so Leclerc did crash earlier and he brought out a red flag. They had to it was a longer than expected red flag because they had to repair the barrier. We have a new member of the family, Umbeki Okay. I'm butchering your name. I'm sorry. So man, um, welcome to the family. 13 and a half minutes left in this session right now. Doing a replay of, I think this is Lando on his flying lap. What does pit out mean? Basically, they're leaving the exit. So Alonso is now on leaving the pit lane, and is going to be on his out lap. Sargent boarding his lap. Looks like, did he come in? No, Sargent is starting it. He just left the just started. He's on his out lap still. Look at who's on track right now. Leclerc, nope, he's out. Perez came in. I'm just looking right now. No one right now is setting any new times at the moment. They're either doing, again, like Norris is on 10 minutes on his hard, 10 laps on his hard. Verstappen and Sainz 6 and 8 laps. Russell 6 laps. 10 laps on Magnussen. 4 on the soft for Hamilton. Ricardo 5. Albon 8 laps. So they're doing programs right now. Looking at what you guys say in chat, trying to keep an eye on what's going on. Perez is on the out lap now, so is Oscar and Khan. Noda's out on that lap right now. So the ones who are in the pits are Bottas and Gasly. Again, obviously, Leclerc is in the pits. We've got 10 minutes to go in this session right now. You are listening to the Racing Tickets YouTube channel. This is Grass with you, with action going on. We've had some action this session with a red flag from Charles Leclerc, who spun into the barrier, went over the curb, spun, hit the barrier, took out the front end of his car, bent the barrier. That was fun. Looking at Prez P3, what happened? I mean, well, he's P4 right now. Verstappen's P2, Norris P1, Sainz P3. Yes, red flags are always fun with me. I always get the weird scenarios during practice. So hey guys, so after this countdown will end, we'll end whole practice. Yeah, pretty much it will. Basically, it will be come to the practice will come to the end. Anyone who's on a lap set before the time, um, in theory, could be still valid, but for the most part, they're going to go around and then line up for practice starts. Looking at the chart right now, no one is actually setting any new times. Again, they're working on programs, probably more likely race-related programs at this point. If anyone hits in the next few minutes, is to basically do something for, a practice start essentially. Following with Tsunoda right now, he's a second and eighth off on hard tires. He must be loaded down with fuel. That doesn't make sense to be a second and a half, almost 2 seconds off. He is coming into the pits though. Or is he? What's going on? Why is he going slow? What's going on with Yuki? Oh, angry Yuki on my radio. Don't rush me. Oh boy. Wow, Yuki is moving along slowly. That's interesting. He might get pulled to the stewards office for going so slow. Trying to see what anyone else is doing right now. Again, Norris has been 14 laps on his hards, Max 10, Sainz 12, Perez 10, Magazine 14, Hamilton 8 on a soft, 9 on a soft for Stroll, 15 on Rizzo, 10, 11 for Bottas, Sargent, Oscar. So they're doing race related stuff, tire degradation things right now. One of the things that we do have is we do have a Discord channel. Again, some of the questions like about saving up, you might have better luck getting to talk about that in our Discord. I just dropped the link into chat. We've got 5 minutes to go in this session right now. Again, you're listening to Racing's YouTube channel. This is Grash with the last few minutes in this practice session. We've had one red flag so far. Charles Leclerc on turn 4 lost control of his car. The back end of his car went into the barrier. He bent the barrier as well, and then he swung around into the barrier again. So two collisions, and then came to a stop. Um, Not on the track, the circuit itself, but off the circuit, the racing area. The whole team behind him. Well, again, he's not performing right now. He crashed the car up. Again, the link to the Discord server has been posted in the chat by the bot. Definitely join us there. We will be active. Remember, Daniel's having a good session to P. Again, Daniel is a P8 right now. That's actually pretty good. Looking right now, questions in chat at the moment. You're saying Checo finds his mogo back. Good for him. Again, Checo right now is P4. It was P1 at the moment before Norris, Verstappen, and Sainz set better times. But that still, he's only half a second off Norris's and a quarter second off of Max, which is much better than expected. Again, with the exception of Zhou, P1 through P18 is 1.8 seconds difference. We exclude Yuki and Charles even after he crashed. It's only a second and a half from P1 to P18. So, wow, we're only 100 surviving away from 128K. That's crazy. Only 50 likes away from 500 on the stream as well. Wind is less than it was earlier, about half of what it is, about 3.6 kilometers per hour. Track temperature is 43.2 degrees. It's still hot, but not blazingly hot like an FP1. Humidity has been stable around 37%. Again, now if you've not liked or subscribed, now's a great time. If you subscribe and you hit the bell, you'll get notifications of when we go live. We go live for every session, and that will include, FP3 tomorrow, the quali tomorrow, and the race set as well. If there was a sprint weekend, we go live for the sprint quali and the sprint race as well. And again, at the beginning of the season, we were doing preseason testing streams, which oddly enough, I got notifications. I got notifications for those yesterday. Race statistics. Which I'm not sure if you did something with them. Why don't the press do not DRS? This is not a race scenario. Ooh, Lando coming in. Went wide on went wide coming in the pits. Lando went wide, locked up his brakes, and we are now waving the checkered flag. So this session is now over. We've got no one doing any hot laps at the moment, so we're not dealing with a quality scenario where someone's pushing it at the very end of the session. They will go around one more time unless they pit, and by going around, they'll allow them to set up for a. Um, they'll set up for practice starts at the end of the session. Um, this is going to bring. Apparently, Mercedes suffered from the Microsoft outage. That's interesting. We will be hearing more about that outage. That there's a lot going on with the CrowdStrike Microsoft issues right now. I should check work email to see if anything. Well, no, it won't be anyone at work today, Friday. Summer hours for my work at the moment. Yeah, if you guys again, those who are gifted subscriptions, if you want to stay subscribed to the channel, you can join for like $2 US or €2 a month, which is much better than Twitch. I'll be quite honest. Twitch is like $6 now, and that will give you access. You'll stay a green chatter. You'll accumulate time, so your badge will move from different colors as you stay with the channel. We're 2 away likes from 500. Almost there. And then you will get that, super chat and the emojis. Come on, one more like, everybody. There we go. We got over 500 likes on the stream. Thank you so much, everyone. So this has been Racing Systems YouTube channel. This is Crash with you with the session. This practice 2. I should be here tomorrow, unless I got massively drunk or something. I don't know. I will probably be here tomorrow. So just joking. Um, Want to thank all the birthday wishes. I want to thank everyone who has donated today. I know we had 67 or so donations of okay, 68 now. In Jubo, thank you to is just joining the family. So we've got close to about 70 new green chatters today. So um I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good day, everyone. Um Again, our top three was Norris, Verstappen, and Sainz, and they were within 3 tenths, almost 4 tenths. Sainz was 4 tenths, and Verstappen was a quarter of a second behind Norris. Perez was P4 for those who are curious about where he's standing right now. He's almost half a second behind Norris. That is going to end P2 today. Again, tomorrow we'll have P2, and then Ryan should be taking over for um, quali, and then for the race on Sunday. For the YouTube channel, this is Grash. I'm signing off now. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Take care, everyone, and I'll have a good birthday day. Don't worry, everyone.